Hey everyone, and happy Friday. I wanted to let you know I finished grading your conversation skills assessment papers, and I wanted to give you some quick feedback on what went really well and a couple things to work on for next time that I saw little errors repeated in each paper. So I was really impressed with how just about everybody was able to check in and self-reflect on their skills. You're moving through that reflexive cycle really nicely and saying, I recognize I'm really great at making eye contact, at nodding my head, but I'm not so great about interrupting people. I get really excited in conversations and I can't wait to share what I have to say in response, or whatever your strengths and weaknesses were in your own paper. So I'm impressed with how you're able to reflect on your own strengths and weaknesses, and also how many of you are pulling in concepts from class and even outside sources that you found to boost your claims. So I know that I'm a good communicator in this way because Ivan Wall State, blah, blah, blah. Here's why I'm following those suggestions well or not so well, and here's what I want to work on specifically. So making a claim and then providing a specific example and explaining how that example backs up your claim is an excellent argument structure that works well in many of your papers. All right, so sometimes when I find that I'm grading, there will be issues that recur with papers. So I wanted to point out a couple of those things and then show you examples of how to do that a little bit better. So a lot of folks have wonderful introductions that grab my interest as a reader, but then there's no thesis statement or central claim about what you're going to cover in your paper with a preview of what's to come. So I wanted to point out an excellent example of that from one of your papers this week to show you how to do that. So this is Jen's paper. Jen, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. She introduces the major idea behind the paper, which is I'm going to talk about the cuts, how awkward are you quiz, and my score. Here's why engaging conversation is important. And then she hits us with her clear preview and thesis. Below, I will discuss my conversation strengths, my weaknesses, and whether or not I was surprised with the results of my quiz. So I know she's going to devote a paragraph to strengths, a paragraph to weaknesses, and then she's going to reflect on whether she was surprised or not. And that's helpful for me as a reader so I know what to look for. And she's also done a good job of sort of building up that interest in her introduction here. So well done, Jen. Thank you for that example for us. All right. And then another place that students struggled a little bit and do historically is with APA style and references. So Jen here has written Ruddy and Rom, 2016. That's an excellent in-text citation. She does the same thing here with Ivy and Wall. So try to emulate that. And if you quote directly from the book, make sure to place a page number here as well. But Jen didn't need to do that because she was just paraphrasing. All right, another area of APA to work on is your references page. So here's an excellent example of a reference page. This is Amber's reference page. Good job, Amber. One area that a lot of folks missed is that APA style is weird and it requires you to place your titles, the words of your titles in lowercase, except for the first letter of the first word of a title, and then anytime after punctuation or a colon. So here we have, how awkward are you really? So Amber's done the right thing by placing everything in lowercase except for the first word. And then here's punctuation with this question mark. So she's also capitalized the H in here's, but then she's lowercase the rest of the title. Excellent work. That's exactly what you should do. And also take note of how Amber has placed both last names of the authors in the source. Some folks miss that. And she has included the publisher and the location of the publisher here. All right, so Definitely a references page to emulate. Very good job. Okay, so the last thing that I will say about your essays is make sure that when you have read over my global comments in the comment section, download the paper itself so you can see the edits that I've made on the paper, because I put more comments there as well. And I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by all the red, but I think more information is better than less, so that you can figure out, okay, this worked really well, this is what I can improve on for the next paper. So I'll be expecting you to address some of those issues for your next writing. But overall, I'm very impressed. Things went well. Nice work. Last thing I'll say before I close is week 4 is coming up fast, and you have your first exam, chapters 1 through 6. This exam shouldn't be too awful, I hope. You have a study guide posted on the Canvas module for week 4. Make sure that you know all the concepts and are able to give examples for each of the things that are on the study guide. And the exam should be multiple choice, true, false, with some short answer questions. So if you have questions about the exam, feel free to ask me in the Ask the Professor discussion, or shoot me an email. All right? Good luck wrapping up week 3, and I'm here if you need me for week 4 and beyond. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.